Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Today is Sunday, May 17th. It is 6 p.m., just 2 minutes after the market has opened. Good afternoon. I just wanted to see here. I'm doing. I was I was very curious of how this market can open after what we had on Friday. One things that I noticed today, or by looking at the charts, is it's a really nice my bad, really nice shape profile. The distribution curve here is just perfect one, and we have POC right at center as well. And the curious thing is how while the ES kind of like close it just below the daily low, Nasdaq for once closed the gap, right? It closed the gap and opening inside this range. So what I'm watching here is Nasdaq. I want to see what happened here. From the opening, it is just interesting to see how many contracts are being negotiated here, and actually it didn't have anything. When it tried to go lower, there is just no volume here. Right? Doesn't mean that it's not going to be nothing is going to come, but I will just keep an eye on this. And what I'm watching now is this accumulation of volume that came at the closing on Friday, right? And I want to see if what we have here, what we may have here now is a pattern, this time to the downside. What I mean with that is, let me check, let me minimize this a little bit here. This the closing that we had during this day, what was that? Thursday, right? Thursday, we were talking, not talking about it, just writing some things here. That this is a 45-degree line here, right? That the odds of that the odds of short covering here are really high. The risk of being short was high here. But I know, especially after this, three white high over here. But at the same time, right, something that catches my attention, and I mentioned that, or highlighted in that stream, is that this low, the pullback low, right? How the market rising higher, you got a pullback low. The pullback is exactly to halfback, to daily halfback. Okay, so we got tremendous amount of weakness and short-term trading here in both sides. Right here, the risk of short covering and the rising here, started from absolutely mechanical level. Now, that is just part of the story here, because what we have, something else that I've noticed here, is this low has no excess here. In the same way, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 periods up here. Pretty much is the same down here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lows here. And this is absolutely risky here. So what I think is we may have a range here in between these two. Which one is going to be taken fails, I don't know, right? But my immediate reference now are these accumulations of volume here, which is this line here, and the accumulation of the volume that have below that has not been revisited, which is this one here, that happened on April 6th around 7,290. Let's call it 73, right? Just to be to not to be to not to try to be exact here, right? And up here I have 7,527, something like that. Let's do it 7,527. Okay. Uh-oh. All right, 7,527 up here. Right, these the ones that you can see here are actually being revisited. In some cases, more than once. Right, this one down here that I just deemed a couple minutes ago was revisited the next day and Friday. Here, when the market have a break below, I mean, to take the daily low and below this area here. It just not just took this one here out, but the one out here that is from what is Friday? My bad. This is Monday, 11, right? When is the 11th? 11, yeah, this is Monday. Modify text. Let's do this. It's not Friday. It is Monday. Monday the 11th. Right there. Monday, Tuesday, Friday here. Right. This one also is something that I will deem, and I'm just very curious to see what the market does relative to this accumulation volume that we have on Friday, because the market don't even care about this one up here that happened the previous day. Right. Let me. I'm going to move. I'm going to go to market profiles very soon. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it bigger. Let's do it bigger. Okay, this one here that happened 75.25 actually, right? 75.25. This one I should deem this, but notice what the market does, right? It's just the market just don't care. It establishes a level, creates a level, challenge a little bit, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 periods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 periods. Tries to take this one, and it had the potential to take. There's a bunch of mechanical shorts up here, but it fails. It does. It couldn't do it, right? And after that, we have a significant breakdown here. Now, during Friday's session, something very similar happened. You have the opening, goes right to this one here, and attempts to take it. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 times take it, but it didn't build anything above this area here. And next thing we know, it breaks down. It breaks to take this low out. This reference down here is still in play, right? It seems really far from where the market is now, but sometimes markets just move really fast, can move really fast. And how much points? It's not that's about 50 or maybe 80 points, something like that. It's not that significant. it can go down really, actually kind of fast, right? Now the thing now is during this overnight, I want to see what happened with this 74 32. 74.32 is right at where the market is right now. 33, I can call it 33, 32, 33, 33, 74.33. Right? If this market can build value above this area or below, or if it can keep going sideways here, any of those. If it starts to build value lower, I believe that there could be an attempt to take this low out. Failing to do that, as it can take the market back to this one and start building up here, potentially targeting these highs again. Yeah, because this is actually very weak up here. We have what we have here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, maybe even 15. Let's call it 15. 15 times, all right, the market use this reference as a resistance. Market try to take it, couldn't. Try to take it, couldn't. Try to take it, couldn't take it. Try to take it, and so on. 15 times did that. And there is a lot of longs here, When the market try to do that, that's the other way to see what happened here. Right? The sellers here, very questionable, right? If this level, couldn't hold all these attempts, this market would be really high now. Pretty much the same distance that we have to the downside, the same distance to the upside from this level here. But that didn't happen. So all these longs now were forced to liquidate. And pay attention to this. The next thing, right? The next thing. We have longs here, right? Very emotional rally, very emotional trending day here, an absolutely crazy day here as well, right? The same day that we have here is the same day that we have here, and overnight inventory here. Overnight inventory is not, right? It's not known for its strength. The overtime inventory are very weak. Whenever these positions are threatened, whatever happened either to the upside or to the downside, they will just liquidate. They will be forced to cover or to liquidate the position if the markets just go in the opposite direction, which is what happened here. All right. And another way to see it is, let's use market profiles here. Okay, this is what I wanted to see here. And this open is very, very interesting. And some clues also happen on Thursday. It was just very curious, right? Very curious on Thursday. Very interesting, I should say. What is Thursday? This is Friday. This one here. These two. This day was to the upside, right? The market has a significant advance here. And when that kind of movement happens, you have this shape, right? We have this shape here. And when this kind of action happen, usually there's some hedging that's going to happen from the long side or for the long side, long positions here. Right. Notice also this is single prints here, almost taken, And this is very interesting here how this pullback, while it's to halfback, it almost took almost close the single prints that we have here. Right? I would consider close, basically close, right? But what catches my attention that day is these two, because the hedging that may happen here, you know, usually may even take or target these highs here and take the market higher. But that didn't happen. You have another three highs here. But that didn't happen, right? This actually the market sold here. Not once, but twice here. And that was something I, I would say that very interesting that happened that day. And that happened on Thursday. All right. Trading, or at least the time frame that I use, many of the activity that can happen usually will happen after 3 4 days. We will see the results. What I am seeing today can be or might be the action or the resolution of something that was started to build 3 4 5 days ago, before today, right before the day I am I am doing something. Now let's go to market profiles. This level here, uh, I'm very interested in this level here. It's 7,200. Right? This is the lack of excess that we're talking about. 73.60, non-excess low. You have another one down here. How many lows this is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. Let's have a closer look. 1, 2, 3, 4, up here. You have another 1, 2, 3. It's not a low properly, but this is very questionable. Intraday low here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 here. Right? Then we have this reference down here, and that's why I have this arrow here, and another one down here. And if there is anything to the downside here, I believe that the first target, very first target, is or can be actually these lows at 73.65. The next one at 73.45, which is 20 points lower, and the gap here. This is a significant gap here. What we have here, we have 25 points gap, right? And this can be something where the market can maybe attempt and notice what we have. We have the next block, right? The next reference in the lower side that happened on April 6th, 72.87, something like that. This one is not, these drawings are not a reference anymore. Very calm market. Now here. And now, this is, I don't know, man. I just this market has been bought, has been buying every single pullback that has had before. Now, most people, most traders will be, I presume, right? I may feel that will try to buy this pullback again, but I will be very careful now, um, because what we have down here, right? This distribution, but the other thing that comes when I watch this market is how this distribution and this break that we have on Friday was just enough to close this distribution here. So this is not a reference anymore, right? That's why I'm closing this. Let me close. This is day has been dealt with now. We have another one here that can be right. If this, what is this level? 73, basically 7400. If this level holds, right? If this level holds, I won't consider that being a strong one, really. That will be another mechanical, very mechanical reference as the market goes lower, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the upper side. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10 lows right around this area in the lower side, just above this gap. Okay. This is going to be I think we may have an interesting week now. Very interesting week. Let's see if it can give us some opportunities. I'm going to open now the dailies. In the dailies, let me see. These are single prints here. This was a okay. I guess I can move this one up here now. Right there. I'm taking this high here and this low here. Notice, notice also how momentum remains strong here. This is a 10 moving average going up. I was getting a little bit, a little bit. Uh, I was getting too far from the 10. In a market that was rallying actually really, really hard, really a strong rally here. And this, let me move this. Don't tell me you have, okay, come on, man. Almost the same size single pins here is what we have up here. Tremendous amounts of single prints here. Up here, down here. This is a pocket. This is another pocket. Right. The next pocket. Oh, what the heck happened here? This is the other pocket I have here. One pocket, and then that's why I say this is very dangerous here. There's nothing here. Let me erase this. You got the idea here. Huh? You got the pocket here, and then nothing else. Huh? Potential. What the heck is that? Oh. Okay. This, oh my bad. Come on, man. This is Nasdaq. We're talking about Nasdaq. I thought this was the ES. My bad. All right, this is the ES. Yeah. This I have it better here. Single print, single print, single print, single prints, pocket, another pocket up here. Upside right there, huh? Maybe even this one as well. Right. Every time the only support that rectangle, the only support, the only range that I can see here is this one. This one here. That's the only range. This market has basically nothing, no back and feeling that as it is running higher. And it is just curious, right? If anything happens down here with this range, what we have is really also a big one here. Let me see. Let me see how much this market has break to the downside. Do I have? I guess I can use. What are these? Fibonacci's pitchfork, time plus expansion, linear Fibonacci fan. I don't want fan. Price expansion. Okay. Price projection. We got one here. Huh? Potentially is what I'm trying to do here is check out how much the market has broken from this area, and just give the same amount to the upside, right? Because this is a range. Oh no. Okay, this is a range here. My bad. I have to do it differently here. Okay. Let me do a range. Where's the rectangle? Rectangle. Okay. You can see everybody can see this range here. This range. And what I have from here. Come on, man. What I have from here to here is what I should have. Come on. Yeah. Can you see what I have from here to here? I put the 100 up here. How much? A little bit, right? This is the 40. Can you see? This movement here to the other side, I am moving this rectangle up here. And it is just right here. It has a little breakout, or this breakout is not holding, or at least it's not holding so far. We may have some sideway action here. I wouldn't be that fast to say that this market is going to break, but We may have something like this actually up here, something like that. Right? What I did is I just copy this range and I copy it up here, up there, and we may touch this low here, right? And then attempt to take this high back again, and just allow to the 20s, 20 moving average moving, 20 average high, 20 average low, or 30 average low, 30 average high, to move a little bit higher here, which will give us something like this thing, right? Doing something like that, right? Which allow this to get closer. Once that happens, we may have a resolution after that. Okay, so that's the daily. That's the daily. This is the 4 hours. Single prints, no single prints though here. This one has been deal with, and I'm going to move this one up here because there's a lot of single prints. You have one there, and we have another one here. Can you see how this formation, we have the 10 extending, kind of stabilizing, right? Some sideways trading here and then a breakout, right? Pretty much the same slope, right? Very strong momentum this market has. A strong upside, sideways trading, a strong upside, same slope, some sideways, same slope to the upside. I wonder if this will hold, will stay. Right now, it is below the 30 lows, so this can have some sort of attempt to take this one back, right? So we may see some selling coming from these levels here, or maybe trading inside this channel here. All right. The next thing, this is the 2 hours. This is the 2 hours here. The same single prints, basically, same single prints up here. The one that we have to the upside after having so many there were, and the market just didn't deal with. We have something. I believe this can be some sort of this 77,300 might be some, maybe offer some sort of support if there is any break here, any virulent break here. Momentum, what do I see here? Market was going higher. This is onto the, oh, there was a divergence here. Well, I guess it was in the 4 hour. I saw the divergence last week here. While the market was going higher, okay. This sideways trading here, attempting to correct her, but the market just went to the downside here. No, my bad. It's not that. It was here. It was here. Right? Higher, lower high here, and it's just And actually, can you see this? This is actually going high, Gamma. Up here. Hmm. And that's a 30 minutes chart. Got to be very careful. I am paying, as I say, my main reference here is the 740, 7432. This one here. Oh, all right. Let's review what I am going to keep this profile open here, right? Risk short covering is high. That is not the case anymore, right? Because the market actually has break, right? Has broke to the downside. I want to modify this. Remove some of the nodes. Market was very extended, right? Pull back to halfback is it was characteristic of short-term trading. The market has dealt with that. This is what is catching my attention. These lows down here. Come on, man. Come on. Don't tell me you are doing this. This is just, the market is attempting. This market is attempting to get back inside value area. But look at where this low is. Very, very close. But very close to previous period halfback. And check what happened to Nasdaq. You know, absolutely no volume here. Barely scattered volumes actually. There were absence there. And the second period, and this is always changing, okay? The markets are trading is a dynamic business. Now we have now a second period. Market has another opportunity to fill this area, right? It didn't do it yet, right? If it doesn't happen, if this pattern keeps repeating, if this didn't happen, and start to build value, and start to fill this space, this market may actually attempt, because this is, there's nothing here. Very low volume in those areas. But that will mean as well. This. Let's check it out. Let's check it out, the market volume profiles here. Where this market is right now, 731, is it? Yeah, 31. It's right here, right? The next one, the lower side is 7420, which coincide, I believe, coincides with the previous with these blocks, right? 720. Down below 7395, 7400. We also talk about the 7400. Very important reference on the lower side, and in down below 7365. Look at this. Look at what we have done here. This non-excess lows, right? And the gap just below this. This is very significant volume here. Significant volume here. If the market starts to chew here into this area, it may actually target 73.65. Continuation, since there is nothing here to call this market, right? This can happen really fast. But that is just, remember what I'm saying, what I'm talking here is scenarios, right? It doesn't mean the fact that I may acknowledge that something may happen doesn't mean it is going to happen. Okay. As we speak, check it out what's happening here. The first time it took this high volume that the market had at the closing, 15 minutes into the second period, it is just touching, right? Again, I am very interested in seeing if the market can build, start getting acceptance above this level or below. The whole overnight may need to play here for me to see something here. Now Nasdaq. Yeah, everything is turning around Nasdaq here. Nasdaq has potential, really nice potential to the upside. What is it? There's a lot of stops here from the overnight. There's a lot of stops here from these days. This is another 45. This has been dealt with. This has been dealt with so far. The same thing that happened here, right? Here and here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 highs, 4, 5, 6 lows. Market just shoots way higher to deal with these ones, and now it's shooting way lower to deal with these ones here. Right? Or maybe that happened during this day. Non-excess here. Now, after many attempts to sell market from there was absolutely crazy levels here to be a seller. Selling is the last thing I want to do here. Extending rectangle. We got a gap down here. Uh-oh. Another gap here. And as I say, this market doesn't have a gap as it starts its break, which actually is a good thing. I believe it's a good thing. Take whatever I say with a grain of salt. Okay? Non-excess down here. Very similar, not very similar, but some sort of resemblance. We see here from the ES. All right, I don't have much to say. Let's check how crude oil is reacting. 107. Let me check what's this next crude contract here. I need to update this. Next crude CLM June, right? CLM 26. What do I have? Yeah, I have 28. I have 26 here. Crude oil 189. Oh no, there's more here. CLQ. This right. CLQ MN. Yep. And it's 4,000 contracts already. Yeah, that was the one. Still high. Let's see if we can take this high. What is gold? Gold is here. 4,500. Gold doesn't look that good because you got higher lows, lower highs here, no higher lower highs, and inside, if this start to change, we'll have this one here is kind of like around the same thing here, right? Same level, but may start to see some sort of range here, maybe. Euro, where are you? You're down here. It's going higher, which means the dollar is going lower. Bitcoin 77. It just cannot take this the 80,000 mark here. It's very well established. This is a very well established resistance here. The 80,000. All right. Nasdaq, I'm watching. I'm going to watch this one down here. As the time passes by, it is easy to forget about this one. And the ES. The ES I am watching. This area here. Okay. All right. If you have any question, please just let me know. Send me an email or post it here in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to be calling it a day. I'm going to wish you have a really nice rest of the weekend and a wonderful trading week. All right. Stay safe. See you.